Hey guys, it's Phantom, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie. It is about a security guard, Mike Smith, played by Josh Hutcherson, who gets a job as a security guard at the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's is obviously based off the video game series. It is a game series that I have played all the games of and I love. Now, it even has some fan made games which have pretty cool concepts. They finally made a movie after almost 10 years since the first game came out. I was a kid then. I played the games. It was probably the scariest thing that I've ever seen. I first got introduced to it by watching Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, of course, who was the GOAT at these games, and some other YouTubers that have also gotten me into it, as well as some of the other fan-made games that, again, those YouTubers play. This film is directed by Emma Tammy, who I have not seen her previous film, but it has some pretty good reviews. I went into this film blind, without knowing if people like it, if it's good or not, if it was trash. I did have high hopes because the trailers look really good, and it just looks really cool. And obviously, I was excited to see a Five Nights at Freddy's movie because I've been wanting to see one for ages, and we finally got one. And I would say that I really liked it. I am a fan of the game series, of course, and this film is for the fans. It's probably not for your typical moviegoer. Can be a mixed bag for some people. If you like the games, you'll probably like it. If you don't like the games, then I don't know. If you're not a fan, then you could have some fun with it. I've seen some people who haven't played the games have some fun with it. So, and I don't know where all the negative reactions for the film. There is some valid points on the negative side, but some of the negatives I kind of tie with the games because the game itself isn't really like story based. You literally sit in front of a monitor, clicking the doors, try to stop the animatronics from getting you. There is a whole bunch of lore and get in people theories on the world around. As we got more games, we got more and more lore, which we do get in the film. There is a fantastic opening sequence and incredible opening credit scene with it just throws the lore at you. It pretty much sums up how the animatronics are made. There is some dream sequences from Mike Smith that gives you where his head is at, where the animatronics and how they made, and just some humanity for the character of Mike Smith. There is a lot of character development and a lot of backstory for the character. He has to look after his sister, who is trying to keep custody from his auntie, who is not the greatest person, who also wants to have custody. So that home life is pretty compelling. You get where his head at. You know why he wants to do this job, even though that he probably doesn't want to do this job after the first few nights that he's there. But you still see his home life, and it is pretty good stuff. The animatronics as well, they aren't CGI, which I'm very happy that they did. They're all practical, all real animatronics, and they just look incredible. The film as a whole looks incredible. The way that they use the camera in the dream sequences and the POVs of all the animatronics, and just the camera work is top tier, and the editing as well is pretty good as well. There is a few things that you can tell were kind of cut out and kind of censored because it is a PG-13 rating. It is kind of pushing the boundaries though, with some close-ups of dead bodies, which I was kind of expecting, but I was kind of shocked as well to see those things on the screen. Even the scares as well. There was a few cheap scares. There was like one or two really 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 good scares. The jump scares overall, they were kind of fun, but you could kind of also see them coming. The negatives that I have with the film is with the character development. I think that they did too much of the runtime with the main character and his world. I wish that we had more time in the actual pizzeria with all the characters, because the animatronics steal the show every time that they're on screen. They are all incredible. They are menacing, and they just do what they do. But that's also like the case with the games as well, because as I said before, it's not that much like story. The lore gets more and more as the games go on, but it isn't all like mind blowing. Isn't all like it isn't gonna blow your mind. Like the story isn't like life changing or anything. It is your pretty generic horror movie and horror game type of thing where you have to survive. Overall, the film is really, really fun. If you like the games, then you probably would like this film. It is a mixed bag. You may like, you may not. I thought it was pretty good. I just wish that we had a bit more with the actual animatronics, and I was hoping for the R rating, even though I can kind of see why they didn't, because the game isn't all that gory anyway.
Another thing that I also want to mention that I didn't say in my review is Matthew Lillard is in the movie. He's incredible. I thought that he was very goofy, but his performance was extremely good. His character was amazing. Even though you don't really see him that much in the film, the scenes that he's in is incredible. And even the reveals are very, very, very well done. And there is a few things that people will get excited about, and a few little Easter eggs and references that people will like as well. So I can't wait for you to see all that.
But yeah, I would recommend you watch it just to see how you feel. It was pretty fun for me. What were your thoughts on the film? And you have a good one.